What do you think about Michael Phelps being disappointed in USA swimming?
I mean, he has a point.
I just want to learn how to swim.
You can't swim.
Not even kinda.
You replaced Jasper with Thanasis.
What's up, Jasper? My bad, bro.
Do you have any pre-game rituals or superstitious things that you do before
I do
game?
have, but some of them are stupid, so I don't want
No,
to.
tell the stupid ones. Tell the stupid ones. I wore the same underwear for 6 fights.
What?
I'm going to enter the 2028 Olympics.
Whoa.
All right, listen up, everybody. I'm going to be real direct with you. Usually we start these episodes with some clever little way to promote better picks. Jasper will ask me some sort of question. I'll pretend like I'm thinking deeply about it, and then what do you know? Better picks ad. But, like, we're letting people win 1,000 times their money. Let that sink in for a second. We're not trying to be clever here. 1,000 times your money. $1 can turn into 1,000. People have won $100,000 from a $100 Better Picks lineup. Just go download Better and play Better Picks all NFL season long, even the preseason. The best daily fantasy app in the world. Win up to 1,000 times your money. Better Picks, baby.
Shout out
Probably a copyright
Celsius.
issue.
Keeping me
No, the
alive.
copyright issue. We are live. That is an unreleased song.
The vibes are high,
BS
baby.
with Jake Paul in
Vibes
Paris,
are high.
in a fucking corner.
In Paris.
Avery and Tish will be getting put on performance pips because
This
we
is-
had a whole ass city to film in, and they put us in a corner.
In a restaurant.
In a crowded restaurant that we couldn't even get
It's
to.
actually a Dave and Buster's in the background.
This is
So
why
if
it's
you-
called BS with Jake Paul, because his show is bullshit.
If you
Welcome
guys
to
hear
the worst
plates clanking around in the
podcast
background,
in history.
I feel at home, man. I feel like I'm back in Compton.
This is great.
This shit is fucking ghetto. If you guys hear plates scraping on and forks, and listen, welcome to BS with Jake Paul. I'm dying. I lost my voice. Shout out Celsius, keeping me alive. Last night was like a 10 out of 10 night.
Oh yeah, the restaurant.
We
and
did
like
a-
the
we have
club
a
vibe,
synchronized
the
dance
overall-
now.
We have a new word called the schmiz.
No, we're schmiz.
We're schmiz.
Yes.
So we're still defining.
It's a universal
what it means.
word. There's no direct meaning
But when
to it.
schmiz becomes a thing,
Not to be confused
Just-
with the schmo.
yeah,
Different things.
No.
different things.
I'm like, take a couple drinks. I'm schmiz.
But when schmiz pops off, just know where it started. Right here, live.
Today our guest is Casper the Ghost.
Jutta Leerdam.
No, what about? We can't.
Oh, we have our guest over here.
So what
Hold
do
the
you-
mic- hold the mic closer?
What do you identify as?
For real though,
So our guest is very shy today.
identifies as a ghost.
Yes.
We got two wonderful, wonderful, one-of-a-kind guests today. The best in the world
At what they do.
at what they do. It's kind of intimidating, actually. It kind of puts things in perspective when you sit with people like Jutta, you sit with people like Regan. It's like, damn,
Yeah, but
I
it's
really
less
haven't done enough.
intimidating for you guys. You guys are all athletic. I'm fucking fat, and I can't swim. And
You actually can't
Maybe.
swim?
I can swim in fight or flight situations. Like if I jump off a yacht, I'm gonna swim back.
Okay.
But like if I just had to swim right now, I can't do it, and
Well,
I
maybe
don't know
you can
why.
get some notes. Maybe she can help you out.
Nah, I'm gonna ask. Or when I get drunk, I can swim.
But we're
Why
also,
is that?
but we're also just like lucky that we started from a young age and have like this goal and that you can just work on.
Yeah, I started
And that
eating
you
at
can
a
just
young
work on
age.
every day
Well-
and just become the best in the world and become Olympic champion.
Yes, and Jutta is here with us to talk with Regan, and I just want to say you look incredibly beautiful.
Thank you.
I'm in shock
gotta
of
do
your
this shit in
beauty
front of
today.
I have an amazing,
You're amazing.
girlfriend too. You're alone, brother.
Crazy.
Thanks, baby.
This makes me miss my girlfriend.
Yeah,
Aw.
Jasper
Yeah,
has a girlfriend named.
Oh, stop
Oh,
putting the names
we
and
can
shit in
bleep
there,
the
man.
name. We can
yeah.
bleep the name. But she seems really nice, and I'm
She's
excited
amazing.
to meet her.
Love her.
Jutta, what's it like for you being out here in Paris with the Olympics going on? Is this like just like a bunch of inspiration for you and your goals?
It's more like I have like big FOMO. I'm like, I want to be in the Olympics, but my sport is a winter sport. So to everybody who asks me if I'm in the Olympics, no. It's in 2 years in Milan. But yeah, it's kind of strange because the last time I was at the Olympics, I was competing myself. And also that whole experience was so different than how Paris is right now, because in Paris, they can like leave the Olympic Village. It's just so different. We were doing it during COVID, so no visitors. Like we were locked up in this bubble, and it
Yeah,
was
I saw
like
the
depressing and terrible.
Basketball team at a restaurant last night.
It was crazy. I was
Yeah,
like,
well,
how can you
Steph
guys
Curry
get out of
pulled
the
up,
bubble?
Joel
Joel
Embiid
Embiid pulled up.
Yeah, it's just so different.
Why is everyone here so mean? Like all the
French people,
Yeah.
they're just a little cold, but they don't mean it.
nah,
Bad.
I
It's
just,
just a cultural
Just, like,
difference.
more- yeah.
To us, it's mean. For them, it's just normal. That's kind of how they carry themselves. I think it's just a big
Yeah,
cultural.
and in America, everybody's like overly like
We're
nice,
overly
welcome.
nice and
but I'm
stuff,
also
but I
not
feel
true.
like it's
I'm not-
kinda
Yeah, but
nice.
it's also like a little fake sometimes.
Hey, so
Okay, so are the Dutch people like in between the French and
The
Americans?
Dutch
or-
people are like very direct and real
Yeah.
and honest.
so what are Americans?
They're sometimes a little fake. Like,
That-
let's be honest.
it is
We're
true.
fake and loud. Yeah.
You guys are just also that they taught you to be like that, you know. So
my family was just in Italy, and they were saying how when they first went to restaurants, they were a little bit thrown off how they greeted them. But then they were talking to them about it, and they were saying like, we just don't perform. Like when I
Exactly.
see you, when you walk into a room,
Exactly.
I don't go, "Hey Jake, how's it going? How
Yeah,
you doing
yeah,
today?"
yeah.
Like we put on a
That is
performance.
so
exactly, it's like this
true.
whole act you guys played.
I don't think it's an act because it's just like what we do.
Yeah.
It's like it's our culture.
But I think it stems from like a super capitalistic place where it's like we realize if you do
You
that,
wanna
you can
make
you can sell more.
Exactly.
You can sell more.
Exactly.
I'm
Every
about
story.
to
Well,
start
that is
being
why we
mean.
are the number one nation in the world,
Yeah.
the highest market cap in the world, $30 trillion this year. Congratulations,
In debt.
America!
Congratulations, America. But I love Europe too.
And we have the most gold medals.
Yeah,
All right,
crushing
all right,
the
it
sorry,
most
this year.
sorry.
athletes in the Olympics.
Shout
too.
out Michael Phelps.
Yeah, because we qualified the most athletes.
No, you have just the most sports because. The
But that's what I was
countries are
wondering.
enormous.
That's actually an interesting thing that I was thinking of is like, shouldn't there be more gold medals from China because there's 1 billion people in China versus like 300 million Americans? Like statistically, shouldn't they have better people? No.
Yeah, but maybe they do less amount of sport. Maybe there are less sports that they play in China. They're like this specific kind of sports.
So the access to the sports
think
is
so.
where the difference
Yeah.
is. That's really interesting. The crazy thing is they want to take boxing out of the Olympic Games and wrestling. They did take it out of the Olympic Games before.
Well, that's why you're here, right? In Paris is to work with the USA boxing team.
Yep.
How's that been? Unfortunate series of events with the USA boxing team, but
we've been getting robbed. Like I don't want to be that guy that like sits there and says on social media. Like I hate those people who are like,
we're like,
Rob,
the dust.
you got lost.
Yeah,
I wet
literally
dream.
twice. Like, you don't
Sneeze
ever-
twice. I
you don't
hate
wanna
those
be that
people.
guy.
They
That's-
suck.
Yeah, no.
I mean, Amari Jones. I don't know. I can't speak for all the fights. I was watching Amari
He
Jones
controlled that fight.
live in person, 3 rounds to 0.
Absolutely.
So obvious. Effective aggression, accuracy, more punches landed, ring control, ring gentlemanship, like 3 rounds to 0. Clearly.
what do you
And then just the other guy wins. Like I don't know. Like it's just weird. I don't want to be the guy that like sits here and says that shit, but it's just sad. Boxing has these issues, and
What do you-
that's just part of the sport.
what do you think is the ideal solution for judging in boxing, in sports in general? Is it like an AI judging where it will be irrefutable, where it's calculated, it's a matter of fact with how many punches were landed, how many power punches were landed? Can that be calculated by a computer? Or?
I think it should be like a mix of things, AI plus in-person judges who have headphones on, because in the crowd last night, it was all, I think it was Uzbekistan, like they had all their fans there. So there's like 8,000 people cheering every time he lands a punch. And so the judges are going to subconsciously be confused by that 100%. Like
Swayed by it a bit.
Yeah,
they
like-
are human after all.
exactly. And it's even if it's subconscious, even if they're not thinking like ignore the crowd because he just landed one punch and they went crazy, subconsciously they're going to be like, oh, that was good. That was good. So it's a mix of things. I think AI, judges watching on camera, a lot of times the referee's in the way. There's so many issues with boxing judging, unfortunately. But yeah, we go back to the drawing board for Team USA. I'm going to enter the 2028 Olympics
Whoa.
for boxing in Los Angeles. I'm sick and tired of waiting for another gold for Team USA.
You're
So
not retiring.
not retiring. Like I definitely probably just added a couple more years onto my boxing career because of that. But I just Los Angeles, United States, sick as fuck. I mean,
Shout out Frankie Delgado.
You keep doing this where you're saying things on the podcast that I genuinely have never heard from you before. The Pereira call out, I didn't know you were going to do that.
Yeah.
This, I had no idea you were even considering
Yeah.
2028 Olympics.
Yeah, I'm just dropping bombs, but yeah. Like, actually, like, I'm going to do it. Why not? 2028 Olympics. You heard it here first. Gold medal. You're mine, brother.
And there was definitely a lot of talk about the Olympics not making it to 2028. The boxing in Olympics not making it to 2028.
It will.
Is there anything like people can do at home to help make sure that happens? Is there any kind of like
Just support the voice, and the stances people take, but I believe it will.
Cool.
It has to. It's one of the oldest, greatest sports in the world, so
So
It's going down.
What would you say is more important to you, getting a gold medal in the Olympics or a world champion?
Hi.
Hi.
Sorry, you're beautiful.
That was actually really good. I don't give a fuck anymore.
I would say being a world champion is first and foremost, and then second is a gold medal. But not that you care or anything.
No, I don't give a fuck.
You want to talk about Simone Biles?
Yes,
What do you want to say?
that I think she's really cool, and she just won 3 gold medals.
Yep.
And I just saw a little bit of her documentary and what she went through basically and how hard it is sometimes mentally for her because everybody expects her to always win and always do the craziest things. And like she had a little bit of a hard time, but now she's like doing her comeback and I think that's really cool.
No, she's a goat, and I love her attitude. She's
No,
just
she's-
like funny with the.
Yeah.
We should do one of those TikToks.
did you watch the Nelk podcast back?
No. Did they cut out hella shit?
The runtime was like 50 to an
No
hour.
way.
So it seems like
So
most
we
of that
filmed
got
with
cut.
Nelk for like an hour 45. But did you watch the whole thing?
No.
But did you see if they like cut hella shit out?
No, we can't. I didn't, so I don't know. But if I had to guess,
I mean, they brought up Dana and I shit on him, and then they were just sitting there like.
You ain't really shit on him like disrespectfully. You
No,
were
I'm just saying I told the truth, which
Yeah.
is shitting on them. That's crazy. That's funny, actually. If you tell the truth about someone and it's shitting on them, then they're a terrible person. Anyways, next subject. Don't need to give them any more.
Yeah, let me grab that.
Meeting Donald Trump. It
Yeah,
was
you
great.
met your
It
twin
was
brother.
great. It was great.
He has more hair than you, though.
Dude, that's,
And
honestly,
he's like
bro,
70.
I need to get on Donald Trump's hair regime.
Yeah.
Donnie, hit me up, bro, because my shit's literally
Wait,
falling
yeah,
out.
we should-
It's actually falling out.
Is it really? Because I've never really seen like hairs falling out. But I see
One
the
fell
bumps.
out. One fell out yesterday.
It was crazy while he was talking about
like,
it.
50 fall out for me every day.
Yeah, but that's different because you have like a 1,000. Like it's like
1,000?
percentage
He has,
wise.
like,
70. If I have 70 hairs, I'm losing like one every week. I got like 10 weeks
But
left.
I don't care if you're bald. You know that. I like bald anyway.
Thank you. Thank you.
what is the what's the back room like at an event like that when you're in the back room with Trump at the Bitcoin convention?
It was weird, man. Like everyone's like standing in line to meet him, and I'm just like, damn, I would never stand in line to meet a human in my life
You were a little
besides this.
fanboy.
Man, y'all know me. I'm in Paris right now, going to sporting events, and I love going to MLB in the summer. It's one of my favorite things to do, and I also used to go all the time as a kid, catching the balls, eating the hot dogs, the nachos, all of it. But the best place to get tickets is on Game Time for baseball, last-minute deals, zone deals, flash deals, all sorts of deals. GameTime.co is the best, my favorite ticketing platform. You can see the seats and where you're sitting before you make the purchase. So that is why we love Game Time. And it takes all the guesswork out of buying tickets. They also have the lowest price guarantee, job loss protection, and event cancellation protection. So go now, download the Game Time app, use the code JAKE, J-A-K-E, for $20 off your first purchase. Again, create an account and redeem the code JAKE, that's Jake, for $20 off. Terms apply.
I hope Regan comes in here with all just chained up.
She had him in
metaled
she had him in the
It,
restaurant.
it
bro.
was super
Oh,
cool
yeah.
to
So
see.
you guys
night-
saw each other last night.
Yeah, so we seen Regan in the Sienna restaurant. Shout out to Sienna, amazing restaurant. Thank you for having
Great
us.
vibes.
Yeah, and she just was chained up like
So sick.
5 bricks on
She
her.
made me want
Yeah,
to tug
big
my
FOMO.
shits. I was like,
I
these
was
little
like,
weak
I
ass
need those.
chains, I ain't do
I need
nothing.
those,
Not a
really.
gold medal, my friend.
No, I ain't do shit.
What were you saying? You?
I had FOMO. I was like, I need those things right now.
These are probably the coolest medals I've seen out of all the Olympic games.
They don't look Olympic.
Should we bring Regan? I think you do your intro where you say, "I can't swim, but Regan can."
This is a really awkward podcast for me regarding the fact that I actually have no idea how to swim. And there is an Olympic gold medalist here.
Multi-gold medalist.
Sorry about that. Multi-gold
2
medalist.
gold medals,
2 times.
5 silver medals, and 1 bronze medal.
God
in fact,
damn.
It's a lot of medals.
Butterfly.
Hello.
Something.
Regan!
How are we?
Yes.
Come sit.
Sit
hello,
on
hello.
down. Just congratulations.
Yeah, really.
Thank you guys so much.
Congrats.
Thanks so much for having me too.
Of course.
To be here.
You
Yes.
only brought the gold ones? Good.
Yeah.
That's good.
She's like, only
Yeah.
gold.
Yeah.
Only.
Of course.
Last
Only
night you
ones
had
that
like
count.
8 of them or something. They were like, put them on. I like almost fell over because of how heavy
they
they
heavy?
are.
They're really
They're very
pretty.
heavy. Yeah.
Oh my
thank you.
God.
Yeah, here, I'll take them
whoa.
off.
No, I can't put them on because I have to wait until my moment.
Oh, of
you know?
course. Yes.
Yeah, is
but
that
if
like
you
bad
want-
luck or something?
Yeah, that's how it feels.
Wow.
I barely
I
touched
did
it.
not think I would get the Olympic gold medal
Yo,
today.
all right,
There's
but
no way.
also what she told us last night is that see the back part here. Wait,
Oh yeah.
I'll hold it up for the camera.
Wow.
I don't even want to touch it. I feel like I
Yeah.
It's
break
so heavy.
something.
All right, so
No, it's fine.
this is the close up, I think. But so this piece right here, Reagan told me is part of the Eiffel Tower.
It is.
They like
yeah.
took
Yes. Which is so
That is
odd, right? I don't even, because
crazy.
obviously they make medals for every single event in the games, and so I don't know how they took so many pieces from the tower.
They're just
I don't know
chipping
if
at
it's
it.
I think
why
they're
or
just
not,
like a
but-
giant piece.
Is it only on the
Yeah.
gold? The Eiffel Tower is
No, they
only
have
on
it
the
on
gold.
all of them, gold, silver, and bronze. So everyone gets a piece of it, and I think
That
it's
is
so cool.
That
yeah.
is really
That was a
Yeah.
genius idea. I
Yeah,
wonder
right?
what part of the Eiffel Tower they took.
The bottom,
The
one
metal.
of the legs. It's just in a tip
They
over.
just cut it off. They should have videoed that.
They're just chipping
and
at
made
it.
it an Instagram reel.
Did you know the silver one is the heaviest?
Is it really?
Yeah.
That's because of science, right?
I don't know why, but
It's
I
science.
think
Yeah.
the silver one's
The-
the prettiest too.
really?
Yes, I do.
Oh.
So
I
does that
do
make
too.
you-
Feel
No,
good?
yeah.
You just like I have a silver one. You know what's funny is I've never seen your medal. You're like
I don't even
ashamed
know
of
where
it.
it is.
No.
I
She
swear,
doesn't
I
like
think
it.
I
That
lost
is
it. I'm not
insane.
kidding.
She lost it. I've never
It's
seen
somewhere
it.
in my garage somewhere.
That's terrible.
But I make her give me all of her
Why?
other medals now because I love
I'm-
them.
Oh yeah, you're cute.
Bro's cosplaying a winner.
That's
Even
fucked
has
up.
my
I'm
suit and
sorry,
stuff.
you're a winner. You're a
I do have your
champion.
suit in my
It's
office.
really cute. Yeah.
Oh, the speed
He's
skating
re-
suit.
Yeah.
Yeah. From when she set the track time record at Tielf in the Netherlands.
Oh, incredible.
Yeah, it's
So
really
sweet.
cute.
How does it feel to have those around your neck right now? Is the inner child in you just freaking out?
Yes. Oh, I feel like it hasn't even sunk in quite yet.
Yeah.
Because I'm a 2-time Olympian, so I went to Tokyo as well, the COVID Olympics, and I,
Oh, yeah, that's
yeah,
terrible.
so
Yeah, it's
so
so
bizarre.
different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, and at that games too, I won 3 medals, but none of them were golds. And so, and I know that in America, you know, gold's always the goal. That's what we strive so hard for everywhere it is. But and so I think just to finally like reach that point and see like the fruits of my labor like come,
Yeah.
it's really special, and it is such a long time coming, and I know that you guys can relate to that, and it's just nice to see everything finally paying off, you know, because we work so hard for so many years tirelessly. We make so many
No,
sacrifices.
you make so many sacrifices.
Yeah.
It's very difficult. I see Jutta working so hard. Like you ran 12 kilometers this
Oh my
morning.
goodness.
Yeah, just for fun. Oh,
Yeah. Just
No,
like
it's just
on an
part of
off
life.
day basically, but yeah, what's your training
understand.
regimen
Yeah.
like?
And I'm
Like
curious about your guys' too.
No,
but,
no, it's
yeah.
about you right now. It's not about us.
Yeah, swimming is such a bizarre sport because, I mean, humans, we're not really meant to be in water, right? So you can lose your feel for the water so quickly.
That's same with skating. It's
Yeah, I'm
crazy.
sure. Yeah,
I
yeah.
agree.
'cause
We're
it's
not
such
supposed
a,
to be
You
in
can
water.
like, you
Yeah.
can be
That's
so
why I
good
don't
and
know
your
how to
timing is
swim.
off and you're just done.
Yes.
Right,
so
right.
it's very hard, I feel like, in particular sports to take long breaks because you can just lose your feel like
Exactly,
crazy. Yeah, I'm sure
your
you get it.
coordination is just
It's gone.
It's gone.
Yeah, so you have to spend, gosh, I'd probably spend like, I don't want to exaggerate, but close to like 15 hours a week in the water, which isn't anything crazy, but I do 9 practices a week and then 3 training sessions in the weight room per week as well. So
But how does your skin
Not
feel after?
9 sessions plus 3 or 9 total.
9 in the water, 3 in the weight room,
That's
so 12
crazy.
total.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But how does your
That's
skin feel
similar to-
after being in the water for so long?
Oh my gosh, everything
Like-
prunes up like
Yeah,
crazy,
that's-
and your skin, because the chlorine levels are so high too,
Yeah, that's
everything
what I
just
mean.
flakes off. My
Yeah.
eyebrows get bleached, my lashes
is
get. It's
crazy.
terrible. It's not an attractive
No,
sport.
no.
That's how I
It's
feel about
painful.
boxing.
Yeah.
Look at my nose.
Yeah, right?
It's crooked. And also,
That didn't happen
I'm
during boxing, though.
well, yeah, but when it got worse because of boxing.
Yeah.
But also the skin and stuff, like they were like rubbing Vaseline on my face
my
every day
gosh.
for sparring because you put Vaseline on your face. A lot of people don't know that actually. They're like, why do they like walk up and put things on their face right before the fight? And it's Vaseline so you don't get cut, but it really fucks
Oh,
up your
no
skin.
kidding.
Yeah. So that's why I have like terrible.
No, wait, that's like slugging. Did you ever slug, like where you put Aquaphor all over your face and it's supposed to like make your skin better?
Oh, no, I've
I
never
didn't
done
You've
know.
never done that?
No,
It was
that's
like
crazy.
a TikTok trend
really?
like a
It seems
couple
like it
years
clogs your
back.
pores.
Yeah, that's what I think, right?
Yeah.
But it was so viral.
Wait, but
so-
why don't they make
Oh,
it a saltwater pool?
Some people do. So some pools are salt water and then
Okay.
other pools are
But
chlorine
it seems
water.
also like
Okay.
painful.
I know, 'cause
Yeah.
it- when it
I'm
gets
glad
in
you
your
brought
throat,
that
it
up. And you're- yeah.
hurts.
Because
Yeah.
I had a question. I thought it was going to be a stupid question, but I've learned from Jutta that there's all these little intricate differences in different tracks that she races on. So, like, elevation plays a factor, the temperature of
yeah.
the ice plays a factor. Is
Absolutely.
there a big difference in different pools that you'll swim in?
Totally.
Okay.
Totally there is. Yeah. And yeah, just like what you just said, in swimming, it's like the depth of the pool can make a difference. The pool temperature can make a difference. Whether it's salt or chlorine water can make a difference. If it's outside or inside, it makes a difference. Even like what the ceiling looks like can really make a difference when you're
Wow.
swimming on your back. If the ceiling has like a weird design or is slanted, you can like zigzag
Yeah.
all over the lane
That
and
makes so
like
much sense.
yeah. So it's just weird.
this
So you have to
something-
keep track of, like, staying in the exact middle of the lane to be on a straight line.
You try,
So
yeah.
are you looking
Yeah,
at
yeah.
a point?
I try to. When I'm on my back for sure, I'm like, okay, like if there's like lines along the ceiling, I'm like, just follow that dang line so I don't get like lost where I am.
crazy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask something super weird. It's probably
Mm.
super dumb, but there's no altitude in the water, right? So like, if there's a high altitude track, like you don't feel anything.
Well, yeah. So wait, high altitude, like,
like-
where you go somewhere and it's higher
If Juta's
elevation.
racing on high altitude,
I go way faster.
She goes
Really?
faster
Yeah.
because the
The
air
air is
is
less
thinner.
It's thinner.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're in the mountains or somewhere and there's a track
Yeah.
there.
That's what we have. So that's what I just.
That
thought
is
about it. That's-
fascinating.
You guys don't have that.
Because in swimming, if we have a pool, so in Colorado Springs, where you go to train before, right, Jake?
Yeah.
It's at 6,000 feet,
Yeah,
and so
exactly.
yeah, people go there to train because it's really good for your cardiovascular system. It just, I'd say,
I think it's worse then because you don't get as much
you can't
oxygen.
breathe.
But exactly. So there's just no
It makes
oxygen,
it
so you
slower.
will go slower.
But you go faster because
Yeah.
that totally makes sense.
That is so funny. Yeah.
That's actually really fascinating. But
Yeah.
do you find that you get out of breath more quickly?
Yes, but you also go faster, so the finish line is there quicker.
So then it's
you're
worth
good.
it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's actually really, really fascinating
Yeah.
because swimmers dread going to altitude.
Exactly.
Yeah, hate
because-
it. Yeah.
yeah, no, makes
So no, that
sense.
was such a good question.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I'd
just
never
thought
thought
about
about it like that. Yeah.
Yeah, all these like crazy little things in each sport, I think, is like super, super, super cool.
Oh, it is.
But so what happens if with the depth of the pool? It has to do with like the current. Because
Kind of,
if
yeah.
you're in, I've always thought if you're in first place when you're swimming,
Mm-hmm.
then you hit the wall and come back. Everyone else's current is hitting you, right?
Exactly. It can get super choppy, and so the deeper that a pool is, like the optimal depth is about 3 meters. So what is that, like 10 feet or something? And so when you have like more depth of water, there's more place for like water displacement to go, and the water on top is less choppy when people swim through it, if that makes sense. So then it's faster to get through it because it's smoother. But the pool here, for example, was only 2 meters deep, which was a big curveball that a lot of us weren't expecting.
Did you know that in advance? Or is
No,
it
we
as
didn't
soon as
know
you got
that.
here?
Yeah. And also, when you start the race, you know how we dive into the pool. A
Yeah.
lot of people were almost hitting the bottom of the
What?
pool because they weren't used to it. Yeah,
They couldn't afford
2
it, or what
meters?
happened?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, 2 meters instead
That
of
is
3.
seriously
I don't
crazy.
know why. I think they wanted to have extra rows of seating for spectators, and so if you make the pool deeper, I think that means that you have to like raise the floor. It's such a confusing process
Yeah.
because they built the pool from scratch
that's
for it.
crazy.
But yeah, I think it was for more fans. But yeah, super strange.
What do you think about Michael Phelps Phelps being disappointed in USA swimming this.
Yeah, I mean, he has a point, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he came from a generation of absolute superstars, and of course he's leading the charge with
Yeah.
his 23 gold medals. And I think this team is truthfully a team that has not much experience under their belt, so I'm truthfully really excited for our future, because I was one of the oldest members of that team and I'm 22, so I'm just like, we had a lot of little
you're
babies.
one of the oldest,
one
like
of the older
this,
ones,
like currently?
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not the
And-
oldest,
and
but
Regan's
I'm up there
22
now. Yeah.
for everyone.
Yeah,
so,
so there's so many. Yeah, there's so much talent on
That's
this team,
wild.
but I'm just excited for us to all get some more experience.
And what age is like the age where you would be like at your best in swimming?
Yeah, it can definitely vary. I'd say women tend to peak a little bit earlier, like in their late teens, early 20s, but we've
is so
definitely seen,
crazy.
yeah, like Katie Ledecky, for example, she's 27 and she's doing so fantastic. So it definitely
27,
varies.
like
Yeah.
in skating is like 28, 29.
Really?
Yeah.
So how long do people typically skate? Like when do they retire?
Like 30, 33, 32.
Oh my
20. But I
gosh.
will retire like a little earlier. than
Okay,
that,
and
but-
are you 22 as well?
no, I'm 25.
Oh, you're 25.
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
old.
okay. No,
but for
no,
skating,
you're
I'm
not
going to be
old.
good at the next Olympics because it will be
Yes.
27. And the coordination is just so hard that you need so many years of ice feeling until you're
Absolutely.
good. It's
Yeah.
weird.
When did you start?
I was 12, like pretty
Okay.
late, pretty
Yeah.
late.
Yeah.
when
yeah,
did you
yeah.
start swimming?
Right before I turned 9.
Okay,
Yeah.
crazy.
And you were a world
Yeah.
champion at 17?
At
correct?
17.
Okay, so I have a question.
Yeah.
When I was younger,
That's
I
great.
noticed, I used to go to a lot of dirt bike races, and I noticed that the younger kids they didn't have any fear, because they just weren't your kid, right? Like you don't realize the risk of what you're
Exactly.
doing, the magnitude of what you're doing, so
Yeah.
they were always the funnest to watch, the most fun to watch,
Yeah.
because they were just reckless. Was it more or less mentally strenuous being so young at competing at a high level?
Yeah.
Or now? Like, do you notice when you were younger that it was maybe a little bit easier?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
such a good question too. And when you're young, there's no expectations on you, right? Because no one expects anything out of you. You haven't achieved anything yet. But then once you set the bar at a certain place, then people immediately expect
Yeah.
all of that at you. So to do that at 17, and I kind of stumbled out of nowhere, to be honest with you. Like I hadn't achieved much at an international level in my career yet, and then I came into that meet, and then yes, it was like an overnight thing is what it looked like from the outside looking in. And so I did that, and then immediately I was like, I'm a world champion and now I have to maintain this, and I literally crumbled under that pressure. And it was
No,
right before
100%.
COVID too, so then everything's put on hold, and I just had to sit there with those expectations building while the whole world
Yeah.
was shut down, and it was tough. But
I think Jutta deals with a lot of that same
No,
stuff
Yeah,
definitely.
please, yeah,
like
I'd love to
I,
hear
because her whole like
can't
nation,
swim.
she's like the queen of the Netherlands, and yeah,
No,
you are.
I'm not,
If
but
you
they-
like move your pinky finger, they're like Jutta Leerdam moved her pinky finger.
yeah, that is true.
But there's a lot of pressure because you've done so amazing and grown the sport and set records, and then you like go through the similar thing of
And-
the
totally.
yeah,
pressure.
100%. Also, like, we're just human, you know. Some things happen, like family things, and like everything that happens, it doesn't matter. You always have to win, and if you don't, and you're in the picture, like they're gonna hate you for it. They're gonna try to bring you down, like trying to like so much. It's just hard. It's mentally really hard, but.
So hard to deal with. And do
Yeah.
you work with a sports psychologist or anything?
No, I have my dad and
Oh,
Jake.
And
perfect.
me,
Okay,
she
okay.
calls me, and I'm like,
No, I feel like it's a trust thing because I don't know. I don't trust people really quickly because of the things I've seen in my life already,
Yeah.
and I don't like meeting new people, like trusting them. So I rather just trust my family, and they are very helpful to me. And also, I just feel like I just have to do it and just not talk too much. You know, I just should be able to do it.
Yes. Yeah.
But it's definitely a struggle.
you said you work with Michael Phelps's coach.
I
Is
do,
that-
yeah.
okay.
So his
What-
coach is Bob Bowman.
Okay.
And yeah, he's my coach. I've been under him for about 2 years now.
And how many swimmers are underneath his tutelage?
So many.
So many?
Yeah, and he coaches swimmers from so many different countries too. So it's actually really, really cool. We have this hub of people literally from
In Phoenix?
all over the world in Phoenix. Yeah, and we're making a move to Austin because he accepted a job over at UT. So he'll be the head college coach there. But yes, he has.
He can still train people on the side?
Yes. Yeah,
So
yeah.
he's the head coach of UT swimming.
Yes.
But now he's training Olympians on the side.
Yeah, so
and
he
is
does
he
both.
American?
Yeah, he
And he
is
trains
American.
non-American swimmers?
Yeah.
Traitor.
It's
Bro,
really
I don't
interesting.
know, bro.
Traitor.
I'm joking. But how much of it do you think, like, him playing a role in your career? Because for me as a boxer, I was a hard worker, talented, could punch hard. But when I switched coaches to my new coaches that I have now, it was like night and day. Like, I finally...
everything clicks,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. And I could just, like, put all the pieces of the puzzle together. So how much of it is your coach versus you, do you think?
That's such a good question too. And I think that's part of what got me out of my funk of really struggling to meet expectations and feeling pressure on me. I realized that I needed to make a change within myself to help myself mentally and physically with my swimming. And so when I made the move to Bob, he just is such a mastermind in the sport of swimming, and he helped my confidence like nothing else ever has.
Yeah, because he sees that you're special, and he
Yeah.
kind of just tells you that, and you see his knowledge, so then you're like, okay, well, I can do this.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Just the trust and the confidence that he has in me. I'm like,
Exactly.
gosh, why
Yeah,
shouldn't I believe in
exactly,
myself?
exactly. I
Yeah,
have the same thing.
I'm so glad. Yeah, but
How does, I don't know if this is weird, but like for boxing, coaches get paid like a percentage of what you make. Like, I don't know, how does that work with Olympians? Because
there's a
isn't it-
little Bob tax, but
Bob
yeah,
tax.
that's what we call it. But I understand. I mean, he's with us
He's
every
the
step
goat.
of the journey. So yeah,
out to Bob.
Yeah.
So you touched on having a sports psychologist
Yeah,
before. What
yeah.
exactly is that, and what is the role they play?
Yeah, so I mean, it's just like a regular therapist, but they're more trained in the world of sports, and so they can help you with specific techniques to help you perform your best and improve mentally. And just to be blunt, I was just such a head case, and I would really freak out before competitions ever since that world championship that I earned at 17. And so I love working with my sports psychologist so much, and she's actually a retired swimmer, so she really understands what I'm going through, and she has great techniques. And she's just really, really helped me improve my confidence. I don't even know what, but she has really great open conversations with me, just about believing in yourself and certain techniques that you can practice to help just improve your image of yourself, and just trusting in your training and positive self-talk, just things like that. And it's just
so
really
wild
helped.
that somebody at your level can
I'm
still
looking at
deal
you.
with
What? I do negative self-talk at
She
first.
does negative
It's
self-talk
hard. It's so
No,
hard.
every
it
day.
keeps- it
I'm like,
keeps
you
me on my
just
toes. It
stop.
keeps me
Do you
sharp.
understand how bizarre that is, though?
It's a-
Two Olympians still dealing with something like imposter syndrome, still worrying about
gosh.
their
No,
confidence.
100%.
You're
All
competing
the
at the highest
time.
Yeah,
level.
but because we want
Do you have
higher
any
than
like
that.
pre-competition rituals that you do, like just yourself
Oh,
personally,
yeah.
to like boost your confidence?
Oh yeah. Like, do you guys like listening to hype music before you
Oh
compete?
yeah, I do Beyonce and I'm
Oh yes,
always
yeah.
right
Before I
Yeah.
do shows,
You listen to Beyonce too?
I like
or-
Beyonce. I'm a big Megan Thee Stallion girl too, so I'll listen
wow.
to her before I know, isn't that funny?
Free
It wouldn't
Tory.
seem like that coming
No, but
from me.
that's
I feel
fine.
like.
Oh no.
So yeah, I love doing that and just like getting in the zone, getting centered, getting hyped up, and also like feeding off the crowd's energy. I get a big kick out of that too.
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
same.
yeah.
Is
It's
there any
awesome.
weird, like, superstitious things that you do?
Yeah, okay, I used to. So you guys know what Crocs are, right?
Yeah.
The ugly shoes.
Yeah.
But
They're not
They're
that
fire.
they're
bad.
like,
Comfy.
yeah,
Sport
they
mode.
are comfy, but I got a lot of flack for wearing them growing up because they're a very popular pool shoe because they're like that's
Yeah, you have wet feet and it's
exactly
like-
yeah. So I've had the same pair of Crocs for 10 years now, and I
Are you serious?
they're so ratchet, you guys. It's terrible.
You're like
No,
him
but-
with his
yeah.
boxing shoes.
You can't part with them, right? You form a
Exactly.
bond
They're-
and
his
like
feet
And
are
so
hanging
Crocs,
out
Yeah,
the
Regan
yeah.
needs a sponsorship ASAP.
right?
Pull
so
up.
I bring those to every single meet with me, and I love the color pink, so I like incorporating that everywhere. And lately, I've been wearing pink gloves and pink boots to walk out on deck because you perform best when your muscles are warm, and so you have to like come out in pants, a parka, and then I like coming out in mids and. I'm stuttering so much, you guys.
Passion, drive, and patience. The formula for winning championships is also what keeps your ride or die alive. eBay Motors has everything you need to maintain your vehicle and level it up to peak performance. Superchargers, roof racks, exhaust kits, LED headlights, and more. Whether you're into speed, power, or style, eBay Motors has you covered. With over 122 million parts for your number one ride or die, you'll always find exactly what you're looking for. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, your part is guaranteed to fit your ride every time or your money back. Because with eBay Motors, you're burning rubber, not cash. With all the parts you need at the prices you want, it's easy to make your car the MVP and bring home huge wins. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
We need
Yeah.
the pink croc partnership
Yeah.
for Regan.
Wouldn't
Yeah.
that be funny?
We need it.
It's going to happen. And then like little inserts with like someone swimming.
Oh yeah, the little
that's
gibbets.
terrifying.
Yes.
All right, I have a question
Come
for
on.
my own personal gain. Like, how do you hold your hands when you're swimming? Like, what's the best
Oh, yeah,
way?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
need some pointers
I don't,
myself.
because Jasper
I think the
can't
nails
swim.
help.
So.
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
The nails
yeah.
help. It's
You-
like
wait.
extra flippers.
Wait, actually?
Oh yeah,
guys should do
right?
this.
Because I mean, it
but
makes
why-
your hands
you should make
bigger,
them like
right?
3
Oh,
inches
well, I
bigger.
would
Could you
That's
That's
imagine?
competitive
Yeah, I think they're
advantage.
big.
Pay to
Yeah.
win.
Yeah, I hold them. I think. Yeah, I keep my hands together. I think my fingers.
Can you show the
You should-
camera like,
Okay, but
like
I go like that.
You go like
should
this?
do a little, like, you
just
should
like
do it-
normal?
Yeah,
You should make them sharper next time.
I should.
So there's no special hand
Like
placement?
goes through the water.
Oh, that's true. And then you can hit the wall faster.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because when you're longer. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just wanna
just
learn
came up
how to
with some
swim.
shit.
The giant one.
I can't.
You can't swim?
Not even kinda. I
No
can swim
way.
when I'm
You can-
drunk
okay, you
and in
can-
fight or flight situations. Like if I jump off a boat, I'm gonna have to swim back, and I
Oh
know
yeah. Oh, so
that.
you'll be fine.
No, but like when my friends go swimming, I just stand there and crab walk and watch them have fun, and they dive in, and it looks so fun. But I can't do it.
I saw him flip a
gotta
jet
put
ski
you in a
once. And it was like a
situation.
baby puppy. It was
Yeah.
kind of like a baby
Hey, if you can
puppy.
dog paddle, that's good enough,
I-
right?
I can float enough not to drown, but like my head goes under, and it's really bad. I just need any pointers,
Well, let's go
like
learn.
starters.
So
You'll teach
we
me
wanted
something,
to
actually?
Sure. Yes.
I wanted to gift you one of 30 of the W Olympic limited
you.
edition.
Thanks.
There's only 30 of those. Super
Appreciate it.
collectible. And yeah, congrats on the W. Are you like celebrating or
A little bit.
going hard, having fun, or like what's?
Yeah.
What are the plans?
Yes. Okay. So I'm a huge beach girl. So.
Same.
Yeah, are you?
Yeah.
Okay, yes. So when I get home, I'm gonna take a few days with friends and family, and then I'm headed to Turks and Caicos, which I'm really, really
Nice.
excited
Let's
about.
go.
Have you been?
No.
Okay, me neither. So
But it sounds
yeah.
great.
Yes.
But you're basically in Turks and Caicos like every day in Puerto Rico.
That
It's
is
like the
true.
same
Yeah,
thing
yeah,
because
yeah.
we live
That
in
is
Puerto
I
Rico.
Oh, you
don't
live in
understand
Puerto
why
Rico?
I
It's
couldn't
like right there.
compete
Oh, I only
athletically
visited
at a high
one
level
there.
at
By
all.
we, I meant us three.
Because
Okay,
I
okay.
think that as soon as I win something, I'm gonna go blackout. And now I realize that I can't compete in anything athletically.
Why?
ever. I'm just gonna like if I win one day, I'm gonna black out and then have to do it the next day. But I'm
Yeah,
gonna be
you're
like,
fucked.
yeah, no.
Lack of discipline will get you.
Yeah.
I have a question about something. I don't know if we can keep this in. If you don't want to touch on it, that's perfectly fine. There's been a lot of talk about the living situation in the Olympic Village,
yeah.
and I also recently heard Joe Rogan talking about the funds that come through the Olympics and how little of them go to the athletes. Is it? He was basically saying how like it's a big business where
Yeah.
the Olympics are making a
I
lot
have
of money,
to pee,
the athletes aren't
but I'm
making
gonna
much.
bring in Mr. Thanasis.
How we doing?
Surprise!
Surprise.
My God, bro! Oh my gosh, it's so good to see you.
Hi, Jutta.
She's amazing. Oh my God, you're amazing. Can I see it?
Yeah, please. Here.
Thanasis
Wow.
Antetokounmpo in the building.
God.
Thanks so
How
much.
you guys having fun?
Bro, sit down.
How we
Jasper
doing?
just
Yo, this is dope.
Yeah, we replaced Jasper with Thanasis.
What's up, Josh? My bad, bro. My
Bro,
bad, Jay. Hey, bro, it's good. My bad, bro.
let him live.
Appreciate
Let
it.
him
This
live.
just happened.
Oh, no.
My
Bro,
dad's
I was gonna text you. I didn't know like you would have free time. That's crazy.
Yeah, we unfortunately we lost in the semis out. I mean the quarterfinals, and it's been crazy, bro. But like, it's always good to like. I didn't even know have people in guest on. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
you just pulled up. Were you just here?
Yeah, because we stay like 10 minutes away from the arena, and I was doing like some stuff with like about basketball and kind of like mentoring and stuff. And then I was like, I was meaning to see you, but I didn't know you were shooting.
Yeah,
so.
let's go.
Well, welcome.
Well,
Thank
how,
you, thank you.
You brought that
Yes.
energy. This is great.
how was it like playing for Greece with your brother? That's got to be such an honor, right?
Man, it's been crazy. Just me being hurt this year, and we like this is the first tournament I missed. I've
Yeah.
been playing since 2015, like 9 years now, and always competing. And you guys understand like just competing for your country is something like totally different.
Yeah.
Just like playing for your team, but then be able to do it to your family is even more, bro. It's like, you have a whole like country behind you, and win or lose, you're always making them proud. So, I mean, I know for USA, it's kind of like a little bit. You got to get gold or
exactly. or bust.
Yeah.
Do you think Team USA is gonna bring home the gold? They better.
I mean,
right?
if they
have
don't, it would be.
It'd be the biggest upset in like sports. Period.
Yes. Yes.
But like,
It
who would beat? I think their toughest matchup is now Serbia. No, like in the semis, right?
Yes.
So if they beat.
Listen, I'll tell you one thing about Serbia. Bogi and Nikola, those guys, they're playing in the U.S. Serbia has like 5-6 NBA players, right, who are legit great players. It's just like the Team USA is just built different, man. The tempo and the muscle, just the like, you know what I'm saying? It's not just, even let's say if they don't make shots, it's because they muscle their way in to winning,
Yeah.
I mean, you guys basically do that almost in every sport, but like.
Just muscle.
So in basketball, it's muscle, and over here, it's fingernails. That's
Exactly.
the two things we've learned today.
Fingernails, what?
I think we figured out a little competitive advantage. You need long fingernails to be able to hit that wall a little faster.
Really?
No, we
Make
actually
your
figured out a
hands
cheat
bigger
code
to pull
for,
through
for
faster, right?
swimming.
Oh,
water?
there's a technique,
They-
basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
If they had
long
wide
nails.
nails, that would actually like help.
I think it probably
We literally
would.
just figured out how to get better at the
We
Olympic
should
swimming.
experiment with it.
No, you actually
Yes.
should.
Really
It's like the
well.
Speedo suit. It's like the Speedo suit that
Yes.
got banned.
Oh yeah. The
Did you wear that in 2020?
She wears a
The
bathing
Speedo.
suit.
No, but you know what I'm talking about? The
Well,
RX, like this, the fast.
the ones that go all the way to your ankles?
No, there
Wait,
was
which
like
one?
a Speedo suit
Yeah,
that
yeah.
got banned
It did?
in swimming
Which one?
because it made you 20% faster.
Wait, now I feel
20%
so
is a
ignorant
lot.
because you know something in swimming
20%
that I
faster.
don't.
20%'s a
That's a
lot.
lot, bro.
No,
Really?
seriously, it got banned.
I need to see
But this
that.
was
Yes.
like this was like Michael Phelps era.
Oh, okay. So a little bit before my time. I
Yeah,
was
maybe.
probably a baby.
You were probably
Yeah.
like 10.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Hey, how old are you?
I'm 22.
Oh my God, you're winning so many medals. You're just 22.
Wild, right?
What is the retirement like? I know like for like okay, obviously basketball is a little bit like
Yeah.
LeBron 40 something. Okay,
Yeah.
but like 38 is what is it in swimming? Like
It really varies. Like some people tap out like literally at my age and they're like, I'm done, I'm old, I can't do it anymore. Some people like Katie Ledecky, she's 27 and she's doing so amazing and I think she wants to keep going as she should.
Yeah.
I'd say the average age is like mid to late 20s.
Do you train with Katie in the same spot or?
No, she lives in Florida. So
Okay.
whenever we come together for the games like this, we get about a month to train together. So about 1 month out of the year, I get to spend some time training with her. But yeah, no, it's super interesting, right? You very rarely, if ever, see people who are over 30 in the sport. So it's fascinating.
is it because people like get bored? Sometimes you get bored of greatness. No, seriously.
I
Yeah.
think,
Get bored of greatness.
Yeah.
Some people just. That's the thing about
What a
even
good
LeBron.
problem to have.
You
Yeah.
told, yeah.
yeah.
Talk about Bron. He's like he's never bored. He just keeps going. Keeps
Yeah, it's
going.
insane.
And I
what
think
he's
it
doing.
really breaks people's shoulders down too. We have a lot of people who have to get like double shoulder surgery because when you're just doing that repetitive motion
Yes.
for years and years and years. So yeah, I think that's why a lot of people end up having to stop. It's just like a body breakdown thing, which is interesting. It's kind of sad, but yeah, I don't want to stop anytime soon. That's
go,
for
go.
sure.
So you're gonna do 2028 LA.
Absolutely. Yeah,
love
in
that.
front of a home crowd. I couldn't even imagine.
Let's
so,
go.
Yeah.
I had a question. We were asking her about superstitions before.
Yeah.
Oh,
Do you
yeah.
have any pre-game rituals or superstitious things that you do before
I do
a game?
have, but some of them are stupid, so I don't
No,
want
I
No,
wanna
tell
hear
the
it. We wanna
stupid
hear it.
ones. Tell the stupid ones. I wore the same underwear for
What?
6 fights. I'm just saying.
You washed them between fights.
Yeah.
All right.
So one of them is I rarely would wear like red shoes to the game.
No red.
No red.
Why no red?
I don't know. Somebody said like red is kind of not which is very fashionable by the way because I'm into fashion, but like, winning and losing. So I'm like nah. So I don't really wear red.
Red
I don't
means
know.
stop. Red
Yeah,
is the
but-
devil. Red is
I don't know what it
fire.
is.
Red is
Just that's stupid. I know it sounds like weird, but one of those things. And then the other thing is I won't. How to explain? It's a Greek thing, but like, let's say I have a headache, right? I immediately would call my mom and be like, something's weird. Like, not headache. Like I'll just feel a little bit off.
Yeah.
I'll call my mom and be like, we call it not evil eye, like bad eye. We say this in Europe. I'll just immediately call my mom. Like, oh, say something else.
Some evil
Like,
forces at play.
yeah. Think of something weird.
Shake
And
the
it always
energy.
works, by the way.
And so your mom always
Maybe
makes
it's
better.
placebo. I don't know. Maybe it's
That's just the
placebo.
power of a good mom. That's what a good mom
That
will
is
do.
the
Is
power.
whenever you're in deep waters, you call mom.
So yeah, I do have
you'll
like
be feeling better.
stuff like that. But
That's dope. How big of a role for both you guys does family play in everything you do?
Oh my gosh, huge, right? I like the sacrifices that my parents have made, and I'm sure, yeah, you all can relate to this with all of your crafts, but it's just crazy. And my parents were divorced too, and so then them having to come together and figure out how to work together as one to help get me to where I needed to go, like taking me to 5:30 in the morning practices, then taking me straight to school, making sure that I have my breakfast, my lunch, my dinner all figured out for me. They did so much. And the money that goes into all these freaking sports, like, oh my goodness, parents pour so much love into their kids through sports, and yeah, so much for me. I can't even articulate it.
Is it ever? I watched the movie Whiplash recently. Have you guys seen that? It's about a drummer.
The drummer.
With a tyrannical. I don't know if it's called a coach in drumming, but conductor, coach,
Instructor,
whatever,
yeah,
instructor.
yeah.
And it's this dynamic where it's almost abusive, right? But his coaches wants him to be great. Was there ever kind of a figure in your life that you guys had that you felt was pushing you too far, but now you're able to look back and realize that that's what created greatness in your life?
yeah, I did have a coach, but he I don't think he pushed us too far. I just think as a coach, you won't know his name. He's a great coach, but I think he knew how to push our buttons the right day. Like example, like okay, you're beat, like because you were talking about like how much we're abusing our bodies and how much we're like muscle breakdown, and every day after day, that's what basically we're doing to ourselves. But like that's how you build your craft, your habits, and everything. But like there's certain days you think you don't have more to give, right? You're like, oh, it's okay. I'm tired, coach.
done.
And he goes like, okay, so you don't want it. So basically we're wasting our time. And you say something like that to you, which is crazy to say because nobody says this to you, but you create an atmosphere around you that's like, no, this is me, this is who I am, I want this more than everybody else. And then when somebody questions that, when it's not your brother or your dad or your mom, whatever, you're like, how can you say this? I'm here every day and I'll stay more than everybody and I come here early and I leave last. And that gets you to like kind of break your limits, or I don't know how to say it, break your threshold.
Totally.
No, it's great.
Totally.
That's when my coaches pull the best out of me is when they tell me I can't do it. They're like, "Oh, you're gonna stop now," or "Oh, okay, we'll see. Is this who you are?" And I'm just like, "Oh, fuck you! I have to prove you wrong right now." And you
And
just
it is
go
a game
so
where
much
they
harder.
obviously know you can.
They
But
know.
it's this game. If I challenge you, if I really right now look at you and say, "Really, is this what you're made of?" You're gonna be like,
You
"Man,
won't."
You want to see what I'm made of?
And every athlete, she will tell you this like firsthand. Like every athlete has a sort of like great, like I call this good ego, because there's bad ego that takes you your downfall. But like good ego saying like I have a pride, like I'm not gonna let this happen, and this is why I come to the gym. And sometimes your pride doesn't let you just stay at home and do nothing. Sometimes your ego will be like, you know what? No, I'm gonna be there. And then you warm up to it, and then you're like, okay, I was wrong. I got more to give. You know, like,
Yes, always. Yeah.
What's something about the whole process of being a great athlete that the average person at home might not know? Like, what's something behind the scenes that people don't realize about you guys?
Gosh, just how not linear it is too. And what you were talking about earlier with imposter syndrome, it's just, I think how much struggle we go through. I think from the outside looking in, it looks very glamorous, and that is just so far from the truth. So
Yeah, you, like every day
far.
is a battle. That's for
Yeah,
me what
yeah.
it is. Like in the morning when I'm like, damn, I wake up and there's 2 practices ahead of me.
oh yeah.
I have to spar 8 rounds against 3 different killers. And
your
you're
sport,
just like that
your
mental battle
sport is
inside.
different too. Like you gotta have a different like mindset. Like for us, with basketball wise, right? You have 3 tiers. The one tier is like I'm just playing basketball just because I'm just talented, right? It doesn't have nothing else to do with it. The second tier is the in between. Like okay, I've been playing basketball since I was young. I'm good enough, and I get to compete, right? I get to compete. I get to play. And there's a third tier of player squad. Like they get to something happens. They're playing for fun. Those like in the beginning they're like okay, and then all of a sudden like an event happens or You know, like all of a sudden they get to the NBA, let's say example, and they're like, no, I'm gonna come here every day, and I'm gonna like demolish you. Like I'm gonna like build my body. It doesn't matter what it takes. And those people are very dangerous. You know, it's what he said. He has to spot. He knows he has to spot. Regardless of what he's doing. It doesn't matter if he's having a bad day, good day. It doesn't matter because he knows like I have to do this to get
Oh yeah.
the kind of.
I get anxiety the night before because I'm like thinking about waking up and having to fight at, first thing in the morning. And it's like all these like little mental battles. And I think it's like not glamorous at all.
Yeah.
And no one's there to hold your hand. No one fucking cares. You can go get your ass beat. And I'm sure you guys have your own versions of this in swimming and basketball. Like you get dunked on, someone like you're choking in water. Like I don't know what it is, but people don't want it. Like that's the big thing is that at the end of the day, life could be easy. You could choose a simpler life, but you're just like waking up and choosing to like push yourself.
Oh yeah.
Every single day, and I think that's the difference.
You know what gets me sometimes too? Like people think it's so easy to, I'm like, oh yeah, I could do this. You know, I could do that. Be honest with you, some people can. You know, some people are just never. Some people can. They're just bored. It's nothing. It doesn't tell me anything. That tells me you doesn't have you have no discipline.
Yeah.
If you're telling
Nobody
me
wants to hear
No,
that answer, though.
Exactly.
Nobody wants to
hear that.
My old.
I say all the time, like, I don't want to interrupt. I say all the time, like, hey, I could play in the NBA. I'm like, oh, you probably could.
Yeah.
But you really ain't disciplined enough. The first time somebody talks shit about you, can I curse? Can I curse?
Yeah, curse.
So, first time somebody talks shit about you on social media, you respond right away and just mess up everything.
Yeah.
So, like, some people just can't really.
My like best friend growing up was like this, like super talented at basketball actually.
Really?
And like nailing threes, layups, tall. He had it all. And he just never became anything. Didn't go to college for it, nothing. But he could have, but he just didn't want to.
But so what happens there? Like what is the driving force for you guys to get to your level that makes you want it? That makes you, when you're tired from the day before, you wake up and your body is aching and it's like, man, I really don't want to go to practice right now, but you get up and do it anyway. What is it that's pushing you to do it when times get tough?
Well, for me, it's thinking about moments like this too. Like if I did not do everything that I did, like over these past many years of training to get to this point, I wouldn't be in this room sitting with you guys having this conversation. Like I wouldn't have these wonderful opportunities that I have and getting to share these with the world. So that's what I always try to remember, as cliche as it sounds. It really does get me out of bed in the morning. It really does. And I think for a lot of sports too, when you really only get the glory like this once every 4 years, it makes it that much harder because it is just like, why am I doing this every single day for years and years and years for just a moment that lasts for 2 weeks once every 4 years? But again, I just think the opportunities that come from it and just what you can share with the world really does make it worth it for me. So that's why I do it.
It's crazy, right? Those 2 weeks can build a legacy for a lifetime.
Yeah, for life. It's crazy to think about. Yeah, and you can get lost in that when your alarm goes off and you'd literally rather do anything else. But yeah.
Guys, preseason football starts tonight. NFL is back. That means winning up to 1,000 times your money on Better Picks is back. Today should be a national holiday, and preseason isn't just for the players. No, it's for you too. Better Picks is live all preseason long. Go win some money, tune up your skills, because this NFL season is the season to turn $1 into 1,000, $10 into 10,000, and hell, you could win 100,000 on a $100 lineup. Better Picks is the best daily fantasy sports app, and tonight it's all going down. Play Better Picks. There's no better duo in the world than NFL and Better Picks. We finally get to see them together again starting tonight. Play Better Picks, baby. Peace. For me, it's because I don't have an option. Like, I think a lot of people have options. For me, boxing started with no option because I accepted the challenge of I'm going to fight. And so if I was going to fight, I'm not going to lose.
I love
and
that.
there was just no option. And I think if you create a mentality of, like, there being no options, then something great will come from that.
You have a lot of self-discipline. I'm sorry to cut you off. You just have a lot of self-discipline, and I really respect that a lot.
Yeah, it's like
Easier said than done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. even sometimes I question because they ask me, they're like, yo, you have all this money, like, why do you box? This is the hardest sport in the world. ESPN ranked the hardest sports in the world. Boxing was number 1. And they're like, why do you do this? And yeah, I don't know sometimes, but but like I just feel like I have to. I don't know. That's my answer to that.
I like how you like. It was crazy. Hear what she said. It's like, I'm so glad you're like so disciplined. And you know, he throws this like smoke screen. I don't know how it's the word. Like around everybody. Like, yeah, you know, I'm not, bro. The amount of how work and how he works and that's how you know, like, this in the social media stuff like not really like. It's nothing, just throw you off, you know, and how much more he's put, how disciplined he is, and how more in shape he is than everybody else.
Yeah.
Think about how many like fights he's competed. He's always been better, stronger, and more in shape. I don't care who he fights. That is basically telling you I'm a better athlete than everybody I fought.
Yeah.
You know, and
Well,
that takes
thank you.
so much. That takes
Thank you.
so much.
Thank you. This is what Jutta tells me every day.
Yeah, no, really.
She's like, I love him.
Positive
Yeah.
self-talk. I love it.
Yes,
I
but
give
thank you.
positive talk.
Yeah, but thank you. No one gives me credit, so thank you so much. I really
No,
appreciate that.
Okay, you know, this is another thing about great athletes. When they start to, like, you know, kind of become like great athletes, they kind of exclude everything. Nothing is in the middle. Everything is either black or white. Here, like, even LeBron. Remember LeBron had a speech like after the Lakers won the bubble, like, the Lakers want their respect. I want my respect. The coaches want my respect. Bro, you're one of the best players ever played. I don't think anybody disagrees.
Right.
I think it's more of a thing to say to myself, like, because you said I don't give you credit. Bro, of course they give you credit. If they didn't give you credit, nobody would want to fight you.
Yeah, but
Everybody wants to fight you.
you're actually
Everybody.
so right. Is I only remember what the bad things are, and even I create personal competitions in my head every day with my sparring partners. I'm like, he thinks he's gonna get a fucking round off of me today. Like, fuck this guy. And it's just like that crazy inner, like, demon that just creates all these false competitions that aren't really there. Like LeBron, like you said, like, everyone got my respect. Everyone got, like, yo, we respect you,
and I
bro.
just gave LeBron just because the USA, but
Yeah,
like,
it's
every athlete
a great.
does this, you know, like, oh,
Yeah.
they said I couldn't, and the timing, and I can't get to my times, I can't race, and nobody necessarily saying that per se. Some people might be, don't get me wrong, but some people are actually just, you know, just trying to either make, you know, do their job, media, whatever, or, you know, it's slightly the chance, but don't get me wrong, sometimes people are really trying to, like, just bring you down. That is a fact,
Yeah,
don't get me wrong.
yeah.
But most of it, we do it on our own. Why, like, I'll give you an example. Why we don't post, we screenshot and post something that somebody bad, somebody said something bad about us, but we won't post the DM from somebody saying, like, yo, you're the best. Like, I wake up in the morning just because of you.
Facts.
We don't ever post that.
Yeah.
We don't ever screenshot that and go like, oh, you see what this man just said?
I remember it was David
So
Goggins, I
interesting,
think.
yeah.
He did something like all the horrible comments about himself, he recorded them and then made a track out of it and would listen to it while he ran, just to hear all the shit that people are saying, and he used that as his motivating force.
You
cry.
know
Oh
why?
my
Because
God.
I would literally cry.
the
would too.
opposite
I would
does
quit
not
in the
motivate you.
Right.
The
Makes you
op-
feel
like,
comfortable.
if I tell you, like, you're good, you're great, it doesn't motivate you. It only brings you to a state of just like,
Yeah, but everybody's different, I feel
Yeah.
like, because I wouldn't like the hate, and also I just wake up and I just get everything out of my day. I don't even focus on my competitors or wanting to win. I just wake up, I want to do everything perfect. And like, I'm my competitor, myself. Like, I need to be better than myself. There's no competitors in my mind. There's no gold medals in my mind. If I do everything I can every day, I'm gonna be the best. Because I like feel that I can be the best. Like, my body is the best. But then I have to be tuned in. But everybody's different. It's so weird.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
so
do you think
interesting.
part of it too is like we have sports that's not contact, right? So it's just like us against the clock.
Yeah,
But then when you have a sport, when
he
it's
has to fight
you have to
someone,
fight
so I
someone
get that
directly,
now.
and yeah,
Fight people.
exactly. Because I relate to your perspective a lot.
It's
Yeah.
more like, because if we focus on our competitor, we're
Yeah.
gonna lose
Yeah.
some milliseconds.
Yeah,
you
because
know?
we have no control over what they're gonna do.
Exactly, So
Yeah.
we just need to be our best that we can.
Yeah.
They're yelling at me right now. They're saying we gotta
Yeah,
wrap.
we
Oh,
gotta
shoot.
We gotta wrap.
Welcome
It's
to
been
Bullshit with Jake Paul, the worst podcast in the world. Thank you
Well,
for
I thought-
fucking listening.
an absolute honor, really.
Yes.
guys.
Yeah,
Congrats.
thank you,
Thank you for
Congrats.
asking. I
Thanks
just
for
came here. I
having
wanted
me.
to just
No.
say what's up. and
Much love.
You guys.
Yes. Thank you. Much love.
Thank you so much. And can I see it? Can I see it just one last time before you
Please.
leave?
Yeah, I want to see it too.
Yeah,
Off
let's see it.
camera, I just want to hold it. Here,
Here.
you take it.
Let me see this.
You take it first.